Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Dr. Teaching Mom, passionate about learning. Today, we're looking at nurturing your passion and achievements. I think it's really important to reflect on what you want to achieve, reflect on what you're good at, and then you know what goals to put in place. That's really important in terms of cultivating that attitude of reflection and nurturing that God-given passion that you were created to do. And for me, that's really important. When I reflect on my passion and my achievements, as I've said in my descriptions to my videos, I believe that I was created to teach, to lead and inspire. Those are my passion, and therefore becoming a teacher was the natural progression. Okay, let's begin. So the learning objectives today are to be able to recognize your achievements, produce evidence of your achievements, and record those achievements. And as a starter activity, I would like you to think about this question: what have you done that you're proud of? And it would be good to have a journal. A lot of people do journaling, so for each year, so they can reflect on what their achievements are and how they're progressing each year. And as a student, that I would encourage you to do that. Just get a pretty book, a journal, and you could on the first page write the date and write answer this starter question: what have you done that you are proud of? What are the things that you've done so far that you can say, wow, I have done that, I did that on my own, and I'm really proud of what I've done and the journey that I took to get there. So I would like you to just pause this video now and complete that task, please. So the first question: what are your achievements? What have you done that you're proud of? So this is linked in with the starter, so you've already written down a list at least of 5 to 10 things that you have done so far that you are proud of, and they need to really be personal to you. What things do you do better now than you used to? So reflect on your journey so far, and what are the things that when you initially started to do them, you didn't have a confident grasp of those things, but as you continued to do them, so that repetition of the process, you started to get better. Because for us, doing things, we learn by doing, and not only by doing, but doing it over and over and over. And I've heard this phrase that anything that is worth doing is worth done badly. So anything that is worth doing is worth doing badly. And when I first heard that phrase, I got it. Because initially when you hear that, you're like, this is nonsensical, it doesn't make sense, but it does. What the phrase is actually saying is, initially you might not have a clue how to be successful in the task that you're going to do. You want to do it, but you're afraid to even start doing it. It's a challenge. But the process of having a goal, taking that chance, and maybe when you first did it, it wasn't done properly, but you didn't give up, you did it again, you learned from your mistakes, you reflected, and you said, okay, this is what I need to do to make it a better trial to be more successful, and then you do it again. And by that repetition, it changes, it moves from being done badly to being done well. And the last question, what did you achieve last academic year? So whatever year you're in now, I want you to reflect on what were your achievements. And it's really good at this point to narrow down what you're good at, what skills, and that will lead you to the career path that you will take. So what subjects are you excelling in? What are the skills that you do really well or you enjoy doing? And that could feed into what you later choose as a career. So the next step is identifying the evidence of your achievements. So it's not only listing them. We need some evidence of these achievements that you have gained. So I need you to think about some recent successes or achievements. So look back at the list, the 5 to 10 things that you've already made. How could you prove that they happened? Right? And you need to know, identify specific evidence that will support the fact that you have achieved these successes. So it could be, you could put the date. Did you get a certificate? Did you get feedback from someone? How can you prove that you have achieved these successes? And then we're going to log these achievements. It is easy to forget the things you do. It's easy to, and that's why it's really important, as I said, to write them down in your journal. So when you look back, you're going to be like, oh, maybe you'd be wowed at how much you have achieved after a year looking back. So get into the habit of recording your successes, and they can be big or small, in school or outside of school. So it could be extracurricular. It doesn't have to be what you have achieved in school. Maybe you're in a club outside of school. Seeing your list grow will make you feel good, and it will also help you to see what you could be focusing on next time. In addition, it also provides a prompt when you're telling other people what you can do. And we need to, I think this is something that we do all the time. We have to, as I said, provide evidence that we have done what we say we have achieved. And we have to learn to sell ourselves. So this is an exercise in selling yourself. Let's reflect. Where do you think you will be in 5 years' time? What about 7 years' time? How about 10 years' time? So I need you to create a timeline looking at your goals. What would you like to achieve in 5 years' time, 7 years' time, or 10 years' time? And whatever grade you are, whatever level you are, I would like you to start from that starting point and just annotate what you have achieved. So you're going to have to reflect. If you're in, for example, year 11, you'll have to reflect on what you think you've achieved in year 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then what you hope to achieve in year 11. So you need to reflect and then complete your timeline. Some of them are going to be in the future. It depends on where you are. Is looking at motivational texts or authors that helped me in my reflection process. So the Bible, and I put the Bible first because the other two authors, Les Brown and Earl Nightingale, they all rely heavily on the Bible, things they say. For example, Earl Nightingale talks a lot about as a man thinketh, so is he, and that is a direct Bible text. So if you read any books from these authors, you will see them making reference to the Bible. So really, I've put the Bible first because it is really a good motivational text which will ground you. And then Les Brown and Earl Nightingale are two authors that are really good in terms of looking at how to reflect principles that you can take throughout your life. Well, as always, thank you for staying with me until the end of this tutorial. I really enjoyed taking you through the process of nurturing your passion. If you have any comments or any questions, be sure to put them in the comments box below. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.